Hello everybody, I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2000 Explains Live. Now you're probably wondering why a Survivor Series reaction video I'm sounding really tired and stuff. That's because I'm ill. So, because of the fact that I'm ill and I don't want to go through the whole process of recording an entire reaction video for you, I'm just going to give you the other half of my video because it's usually a reaction and a review. So today it's going to be WWE Survivor Series review and not the reactions part, I'm afraid, because I don't really want to stand here, sitting in front of a screen doing reactions. It's be too much for me. I'll probably end up having a headache and end up ending the video too sooner than later. And I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Nobody likes being ill, including myself. So I'm gonna just sit back on my bed and watch Survivor Series, and then I will make notes on my phone. Because I'll even show you what I'm gonna do. Right here. I don't really know a good. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah. I don't know how many because I've not watched Survivor Series yet. How many matches there's gonna be, and I've put roughly about usually there's like at least 2 matches on the kickoff show, so I put 2 matches for that, and the rest is like 6 or 7 or 8. Not 8 matches I put in the main event, so it's just a little. I don't actually know, for example, exactly how many there are. And on that note, I'm gonna see you at the end of this video with my the rest of this video, or the end of this, the end of this video for the review part of WWE Survivor Series 2019. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments what you thought of Survivor Series. Was it good, bad, or was it meh? And I will tell you my version at the end of this video. See you in a bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just finished watching WWE Survivor Series, and now, because I said before, because of my cold, and I didn't want to risk my health getting worse by watching a whole, thing, and recording and everything else, and worrying about it and stressing out and stuff, I decided to just cut off that first part and just do the review part. So here we go, folks, the review for WWE Survivor Series 2019. And they even kept the scores over for the kickoff show, so I like that. That was great. So what we're gonna do now, I've made some notes, and I'm gonna go in order of the matches, and I will tell you who won who, and tell you what my personal favorite bit from that matches were, and stuff like that. As the kickoff show match, first matchup on the card on the kickoff show, they had 3 matches. And the first one was a cross-branded tag team battle royal. Now the rules of this matchup were, of course, the NXT, Raw, and SmackDown had teams representing each of their brands, but they would still have to try, and they could face each other to win the matchup. And it was all every team for themselves. The last team standing would be the winner. Now, if one person from the team was to be eliminated, then the team would be eliminated into 2. So therefore, for example, in this matchup, Heavy Machinery were in this matchup, and if Otis got eliminated, which he did, Tucker would have to then walk down the aisle too. He wouldn't need to be eliminated after that matchup. So afterwards, he wouldn't be allowed to stay in the matchup to continue. And so if I can remember correctly, we had, representing Raw, we had the OC, we had the Street Profits, I believe we also had Zack Ryder and Cole Hawkins as well. We also, representing SmackDown, I believe we had Heavy Machinery, we had the Revival, and the Lucha House Party. I For NXT, we had Breezango, we had the Forgotten Sons, and Imperium. So there's 3 teams from each. Let me know if I've forgotten someone. I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anybody. Don't think. No, we didn't. Oh yeah, Rude and Ziggler as well, because from SmackDown Live, which for some reason I think who else? There must have been someone else from Team Raw and Team NXT. Anyway, I believe it came down to Team Ziggler and Rude, the glorious ones I have named them, and the Street Profits, and the Street Profits came this close to winning, but of course Rude and Ziggler overall won that matchup, and because I think that Montez Ford was about to get eliminated. I think he got zigzagged and then thrown over the top rope. I can't remember exactly what happened, but overall, Ziggler and Robert Roode, the glorious ones, won that matchup. Up next is the triple threat match for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, as this is the first Survivor Series matchup, if you want to put it like that, as the NXT Cruiserweight Champion Lio Rush was defending his championship in a triple threat match against Kazuya Sazawa from Monday Night Raw and Kalisto from SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown. And of course, that triple threat where the NXT Cruiserweight Championship was on the line, and there was no doubt who was going to win that matchup. I could make a prediction there, and it would have been quite easily Lio Rush, considering that he is the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. It's a bit like that Adam Cole match when Adam Cole was defending the NXT Championship. There was no way they was going to get a Raw superstar or a SmackDown superstar to become the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. It just wouldn't make any sense. So, of course, Lio Rush was the winner. He won that matchup right there. Then, so that goes to first victory goes for NXT. Then the final match of the kickoff show, we have the triple threat tag team matchup as the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, take on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the New Day, taking on the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. And it was a really good matchup. There was a really good spots. Like, there was a moment in time where, I think Eric picked up Idar and body slammed him on, knocking everybody out like a bunch of bowling pins. And it was a great matchup. I really enjoyed it. And even at the end of that matchup, it was the Viking Raiders that picked up the victory by hitting the Viking Experience onto, I think it was Kyle O'Reilly or one of the members of Undisputed Era onto the other one, and then just moving the other one out, the illegal man out of the way, and pinning him 1, 2, 3, and that was it. The Viking Raiders pick up a victory for Raw. And I will discuss the whole entire score later on, as we will move on to the main show. As the first matchup of the night was the 5-on-5-on-5 eliminations Survivor Series matchup, the Women's Survivor Series elimination matchup, I might add. As my prediction was half true. I mean, I said it would I got 2 out of the 4, actually 3 out of the 4 teammates correct. As I said, it was going to be Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm, and Daria Tashai. Is that her name is? So, the Irish woman that I was talking about. But it was actually Aria Kashai. Or whatever. Aria Shirai. that was it. So I got half a point because I got the kind of the name. I got the Shirai bit right. I just the superstar that I got the name for that superstar wrong. I couldn't remember what her name was, but the person that was actually in the match, the name that I was trying to say was correct. So realistically, the name was right, but the person that I put in the actual picture was not the correct person to match the name, if that makes sense. But anyway, so yeah, Rhea Ripley was the captain for that team. And we also we knew that we had Lacey Evans, we had Carmella, we had Nikki Cross, we had who was the goddamn other one? Dana Brooke, and the captain Sasha Banks for Team SmackDown. We had the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. On Monday Night Raw, on the Raw team, I should say, Kairi Sane and Asuka. We had Sarah Logan. We also had Natalya and Charlotte Flair as the captain for Team Raw. So we got all three tag teams there. Midway through the matchup, we had I believe Candice LeRae and Shirai. They got injured and took to the back from Team NXT. So Rhea Ripley was down 2 women, and of course her team eventually took out everyone, or pretty much everybody, on both the Raw and SmackDown side, apart from Sasha Banks. And the Raw team was completely eliminated from this point onwards. And what you know it, magically recovering from their injuries, just when Sasha Banks was picking up momentum, Candice LeRae and Io Shirai just came back magically, helped Rhea Ripley pick up the victory for Team NXT. So yeah, it was Candice, Ripley and Io Shirai were the sole survivors, and Team NXT get 1 point for the night the matchup, and therefore it's 2-1-0 by this time in the whole score at this point. Next up, we have the triple threat matchup, which was a fucking great triple threat matchup between Roderick Strong, AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura, as Roderick Strong is the North American champion for NXT. We got Shinsuke Nakamura with the brand new Intercontinental Championship for SmackDown, and we have the United States champion AJ Styles. And what a great triple threat match that was! It was brilliant. It was some really good comedy moments from Sami Zayn when they're helping out Shinsuke Nakamura, waving his hat and then trying to wake him up. That was brilliant. I think the entire it wasn't exactly the match of the night, but it would be one of the greatest matches of the night, in my opinion. And, well, wouldn't you know it, Roderick Strong, after being out of the matchup, most of the matchup, he had a few spots here and there. He got eliminated from the match, not eliminated, not pinned and gone to the back. He was out of the matchup for the last, maybe 10-15 minutes of the matchup. Well, actually 10 minutes of the matchup, I'm going to say. And AJ Styles and Shinsuke were going at it for the good old times. And Shinsuke was out. He got hit by the phenomenal forearm. AJ was going to go for the pin, and wouldn't you know it, in comes Roderick Strong. He sucks AJ off of Shinsuke into the outside. He pins Shinsuke 1, 2, 3, and Roderick Strong picks up the victory. Wouldn't you know it? I couldn't believe it myself. My reaction was priceless. So you should have seen it. It was amazing. I jumped up on my bed. I was like, whoa, hang on a minute. This is now 2-1. Right? At this point, I think it was 3-1-0. So yeah. That was a great matchup. And then we had, of course, the first actual championship defense of the night. As, like I said in my predictions, there was 3 scenarios that was going to happen because on Saturday, the night before, a lot of the guys from NXT had matches the night before, so they were pretty exhausted, and including Roderick Strong, that was in the War Games matchup, and his partner, the leader of Undisputed Era, the NXT champion, also in that very same matchup, alongside with Pete Dunne, that was in a triple threat match at War Games, as Adam Cole defended his NXT championship against Pete Dunne, who managed to beat Killian Dane and Damian Priest in that triple threat matchup. I didn't see War Games, so I don't know exactly what happened, but by the looks of it, in that matchup, the Pete Dunne managed to hurt his, I think it was left leg. I think it was one of the left knee, or one of his knees at least. And that's what I saw clips of that War Games matchup. And yes, Adam Cole took that final bump from the top of the cage through the table, so that did some damage to his ribs. And my God, that was another great matchup of the night. Those two, I can see why people love watching NXT. Whether I will watch NXT now or in the future, I don't know. It's probably too much for wrestling, in my opinion, to take too much WWE at least. That'll be like me watching Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and the pay-per-view. That's like, you got 3 hours for Raw, that's 2 hours of SmackDown, and I think like an hour, 2 hours of NXT. That's like 7 hours of WWE content, man. I don't think my brain and excitement could handle that. Plus, I only roughly get about 2 days off a week, but that's never here or there. Anyway, that was a great matchup. That's me going off the subject. I'm doing these jazz hands. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so excited to announce the fact Adam Cole successfully defended his championship against Pete Dunne in an amazing, great finish. He hit the last shot the first time, and Pete Dunne kicked out. Pete Dunne hit the bitter end and kicked. Adam Cole kicked out. It was just forced finish after forced finish, but eventually Adam Cole hit the last shot from behind at the back of the neck. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Adam Cole is still your NXT World Champion. And then, up next, we've got the second title defense as the Fiend defends his brandly new redesigned Universal Championship that he beat Seth Rollins for at Crown Jewel. As we know, he took on Daniel Bryan, and even that was a pretty great matchup. It was short and quick. There was even moments where, Daniel Bryan did a really big leap off of the top rope, off of the, it was over the post, way over to the Bray Wyatt that was near the barricade, the corner of the barricade, and I think it hurt his head in the process. But my God, that matchup was really great. Even when Daniel Bryan was about to do a double axe handle or something, or a crossbody or something at the end, and Bray Wyatt caught him with the mandible claw, even though Daniel Bryan did injure that arm, man, I don't know who's going to stop Bray Wyatt. Who's going to stop Bray Wyatt, the Fiend? Who is going to be the one to stop him and win that Universal Championship? I don't think anyone will be able to defeat Bray Wyatt. I mean, I think if there's only probably somebody that possibly could come close, and that's somebody else that is on SmackDown, and that is Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt's former family, Bray Wyatt family protege. So that could be an interesting feud if that was to ever come to blows. But I will get to Braun Strowman and his team a little bit later on. But for now, we'll go into the next match, and I'll tell you that Bray Wyatt winning that matchup, that was great to see that. Next up, it was the Survivor Series 5-on-5-on-5 men's team elimination matchup. And well, I made a very close prediction as well, but there was 2 people that I got wrong. I got pretty much everyone right apart from Damian Priest and Walter. He was one of my first original picks, but I stuck with Velveteen Dream, which again because I watch NXT and maybe Velveteen is injured or something, but anyway, it was for Team NXT. It was Tommaso Ciampa, it was Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, like I predicted, and Damian Priest and Walter, and then for Raw we had Drew McIntyre, we had Kevin Owens, Ricochet, Randy Orton, and the team captain Seth Rollins. And for SmackDown we had King Corbin, we had Ali, we had Shorty G, we had Braun Strowman, and the team captain Roman Reigns. Again, another really excitable matchup. There was eliminations after eliminations. At one point, you know, near the end of the matchup, when it was just Team NXT, Team Raw had Seth Rollins left, Team SmackDown had King Corbin and Roman Reigns left, and Team NXT had Keith Lee and Tommaso Ciampa left. King Corbin gets eliminated, and then everyone's, you know, on the outside. Tommaso Ciampa looks like he's in deep trouble. As the reason why the King Corbin got eliminated is because, well, there's just busting the heads between Roman Reigns and King Corbin. They just can't get along. No matter even if it is Survivor Series. Of course, because there was button heads all evening, Roman Reigns like, this is enough, Superman punch and a spirit for you, and King Corbin got eliminated. So that's how he got eliminated. So then that left with Tommaso Ciampa looking up at both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And I just want to say, before, I forgot to mention this in this thing, finally, throughout this Survivor Series, the triple threat tag team rules have finally been stopped. The way, and it's been put into the place in the way that I have always wanted it to be. It was one man representing Team SmackDown, one man representing Team Raw, and one man representing Team NXT in a triple threat style. Hopefully, when next time they do a triple threat tag team match, whether it's like, for example, and this is just to throw it out there, the Revival versus the New Day versus the Glorious Ones in a triple threat tag team matchup, they are only allowed to tag the teammates, just like they did at Survivor Series. That's the way it should have been done, in my opinion, and it's been great to see that they finally done that. Whether they will keep it that way or change it back to normal later on, I don't know, but hopefully they don't. But yeah, that's what fun thing I liked about Survivor Series. But going back to that matchup, that Team Survivor Series matchup, I wanted to see, yes, Roman Reigns speared and blah blah blah, Baron Corbin gets eliminated. Yeah, it was going back to the old Shield days as Roman Reigns was about to, you know, get triple power bomb. Well, I'll say triple power bomb. I mean double power bomb. Tommaso Ciampa through the table, the announce table. But here's Keith Lee for the save, and he rolls him out there like Tommaso Ciampa manages to get back in the ring, but it's a bit too late as he gets he gets back into the ring, and he actually eliminates, I believe, if I can remember, he eliminates Seth Rollins, which I was like, whoa, mind blown, you know. But then Tommaso Ciampa gets eliminated by Roman Reigns, and or was it the way around? I can't remember. Yeah, no, I was right. Yeah, then Roman Reigns eliminates Tommaso Ciampa. Then it's the deal. Keith Lee gets his moment to shine. He does this sit down power bomb. We think it's all over, but Roman Reigns kicks out, and then, you know, Keith Lee goes to go for that moonsault. He misses, and he gets up. Roman Reigns is back up. Roman Reigns hits the spear, and Keith Lee, 1, 2, 3. Team SmackDown get the victory. And that was actually quite a good Soul Survivor moment, as It's actually a bit of, so it's now 3-2-1. And looks like NXT may have this in the bag, but they need to, step it up for in the final matchup. Maybe we might get a draw, 3-1. Who knows? Well, I'll get to that in just a bit. As we then have the second from last matchup, the Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio matchup, as the WWE Championship is on the line. Are we going to see a 9-second matchup where Brock Lesnar destroys Rey Mysterio? No, because as soon as the bell rings, Rey Mysterio goes underneath and he gets that trusted steel pipe that has had his favour when he was beating up Brock Lesnar a week on Raw. We think that Mysterio is about, the fucking little chicken shit Brock Lesnar runs away from Rey Mysterio with a steel pipe. I mean, come on! Brock, you're like a size of a giant compared to Rey Mysterio. Why would you... I know he had a steel pipe in his hand, but come on, you could have easily took out Rey Mysterio as he was getting in the ring with the steel pipe. That didn't make any sense to me. I mean, yes. And then he makes Rey Mysterio chase him, and then he attacks him while he's got the steel pipe, and he basically dominates Rey Mysterio for the majority of the match, exactly the way everyone thought it was going to be. He even German suplexed Rey Mysterio onto like the wooden bit of the announce table, and he throws him back into the ring, and he suplexes him everywhere, including onto the steel pipe itself. He's even egging him on to say, "Here, use the steel pipe, use the steel pipe. I know you can, Rey." But, and after all, some beating down Rey Mysterio, the crowd going crazy and looking down the ramp, and who's down the ramp? Running in to save his dad. It's Dominic Mysterio. My God, the biggest pop of the night, I think. It was great. I know it was longer than the Kofi Kingston versus Brock Lesnar match. So congratulations to Rey Mysterio in that consent. And my God, we have Brock Lesnar trying to. Obviously, Dominic's got this towel, and he's kind of throwing the towel for his dad, like an old-fashioned wrestling matchup where you throw in the towel and the match is over. But I'm thinking, no hugs barred, dude. No disqualification. I'm pretty sure even if you did do that, nothing's gonna happen. You could probably just throw a towel in his face and steer. But no, anyway, he grabs the towel and he throws the towel outside and to distract his hands on Dominic, and then here comes Mysterio, low blow right up to Brock Lesnar, and he's holding. Oh my God, he's in pain, right in pain. And of course, Dominic hits another low blow. Boom! And then they whack him with the steel pipe, and Dominic whacks him with the steel chair. And Brock Lesnar's lands in the ropes, and of course everyone's going crazy. I think we're gonna have a new champion. Then we have a double 619. And then you got Dominic that climbs up the top rope, hits the frog splash. Mysterio hits the frog smash, boom! You got Dominic, you got Mysterio going in for the cover, Dominic holding him down, 1, 2, and kick out! I'm like, what? Why? Why was they could have had a really good, fairy tale ending. Survivor Series, Brock Lesnar gets embarrassed by Rey Mysterio and Dominic. But no, he kicks out, he gets up, after Rey Mysterio and Dominic have this plan to do a double frog splash, he gets up, takes out Dominic, Mysterio jumps onto Lesnar, Lesnar catches him, hits him with an F5, it's all over. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Lesnar wins. Lol. What was the point in all that build up of the double 619, the comeuppance to Brock Lesnar, the big heel, only for Lesnar to win. So yeah, it was a disappointing ending in my opinion, but hey, Brock Lesnar is still a beast, and it was going to take more than just Mysterio to win and to beat Brock Lesnar. Whether this means at TLC there'll be a TLC match for the WWE Championship, maybe. Then we get down to the main event, folks. Is the final matchup where NXT take on Raw and take on SmackDown. It's like at this point in time, as we all know, the commentators are basically going over the rules and stuff, and the fact that no matter who wins this match, like if SmackDown can easily get a tie if Bayley wins. But if Shayna Baszler wins, then it's a 4-2-1 situation. But if Becky wins, it ain't gonna make much difference. NXT win overall anyway. So it's down to Bayley to at least have some type of, saying that we're better than Raw, but we're just as good as NXT. And it was a really good triple threat match. I can still go ahead and say that every triple threat match, including the 5-on-5-on-5 scenarios with the elimination matches, were brilliant. I would say every match, apart from a couple of matches, including the ones that are on the kickoff shows, except from the Battle Royal, in my opinion, and the Brock Lesnar match, every match was great. And in the ending of that triple threat match where Shayna Baszler locks in that clutch or whatever her name is. Anyway, her finisher move. She has her finisher locked in, and after all these good moments with taking on Bayley, there was the beginning of the match wasn't exactly that exciting, but as it was unwinding, there's some really good spots. But the ending was good. I'm just going to go into that straight away. We had Shayna Baszler that had pretty much take out Becky Lynch, throws her onto the table very gently, might have this backbreaker type thing. I don't know why. I think maybe she dropped her too softly or something, but she did this backbreaker, taking out Becky Lynch. I think there's even a bit where Bayley gets her back in the ring. She goes for the elbow, but then she goes for the elbow. She reverses the elbow, Bayley's elbow drop, and hits that clutch. And she's on the ground. I think she's gonna maybe kick out, but nope. Bayley taps out from the shoulder, and Shayna Baszler wins the matchup. Congratulations to Shayna Baszler. It's now official. NXT wins Survivor Series. And, Shayna Baszler celebrating on top of the announce table. But, nowhere comes Becky Lynch, trips her up, beats her up on the announcer's table, puts her through the announcer's table by doing the leg drop through it. And she's like, hey, I'm the man. I don't care if you won. This is my fucking show. Basically, that's her exact words. She's the man. This is my fucking show. And fade to black. So, it wasn't a heel turn, but it was just Becky being Becky. At the end of the day, NXT won an overall, but Becky was the last woman standing out of those three, even though she lost. What can I say? This, for me, probably 5 stars out of 5 stars. And if it was 2 thumbs up, Survivor Series 2019 was brilliant. It was excellent, and I enjoyed every single last matchup. There's a couple of matches what could have been a better finish. Like, if they would have had the new championship with Rey Mysterio winning the WWE Championship the way that after that double 6 on that and that really good pop, it could have been a really better story. They maybe have Brock Lesnar be embarrassed and beat up Mysterio and Dominic afterwards. Then go on to TLC and have a table title and chairs match or something, and have Brock Lesnar win the championship back. Because there would have been no harm done. Mysterio could have at least a few weeks a reign as champion. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go from this. But, overall, Survivor Series 2019 has been and gone. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Let me, again, like I said at the beginning of this video, let me know what you think. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it not so? Yeah. But I say it's double thumbs up from me. 5 stars. Probably 4.5 now because of the Battle Royal, the kickoff show. You know, there's some really good matches, like the triple threat match on the kickoff show with the 205, the cruiserweights. They always put up some really good stuff. All the other triple threat matches, including the 5-on-5 elimination matches with the men and the women. And so overall, this final score, before I go, just want to let you know, NXT 4 wins, including the ones that, and I think there was like one on the kickoff show, which Leo Rush won his match. You had the women from NXT win the 5-on-5 Survivor Series matchup. You had Shayna Baszler winning her match, again the triple threat match, and who else won that? And Roderick Strong winning his triple threat match. So yeah, I think they can say they are officially, out of the 3 brands, the most dominant brand in WWE today. I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2010, and also known as I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2010 on Xbox Live. And I gotta say, next time we'll be watching TLC, Tables, Ladders and Chairs. Oh my! Now I can't wait for my reaction and review for that, as well as my predictions for it too. And until next time, bye bye! Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top.